All right, lovelies. So come and take a comfortable seat. Take them off. Let yourself settle into your space, into your position, into the space you've designated. And ideally, I know that I've got a bit of clutter around me, but the space should be as clear as it can be. And I mean that in a kind way, because I know that sometimes we just don't have the space to be in this lovely empty possessionless space. But obviously, the more things that are around you, the more busy it kind of keeps your mind and your awareness. So if you can make space for your practice, you'll find that you may become to a stiller place more quickly, more easily. But anyway, that's an aside, and that isn't for you to worry about right at this second, particularly. So for now, sit up comfortably, rest your hands on your knees or in your lap, palms downwards to ground, up to uplift, or center to center. Whatever you feel drawn, down to ground, up to uplift, center to center. Let your shoulder blades drift down the back of your body. Close down your eyelids. Soften the expression across your face. We will play with the breath a little bit tonight, just to begin. Now, often as we breathe in, and I'd like you to be breathing in and out through your nose, often we find that as we breathe in, we have a sort of natural lift that occurs to the body. And that as we breathe out, we almost move downwards. We have a sinking, more settled feel. So as much as possible, connect to that sensation, the breath, the inhalation moving you upwards, and then the exhalation moving you downwards. Do one more breath like this. And then we will reverse the awareness. We're going to swap it around. So when you're ready to take your next breath in, have a sense that the breath is moving down your body towards your seat. Then as you breathe out, feel like the breath is moving up and out, lifting your body as the exhale leaves. The inhale moves down. The exhale moves up. Breathing in and down. Out and up. Can you continue with that for the next few moments, please? Continue for a little longer. Breathing in and down to your sit bones. Breathing out and finding a gentle lengthening upwards, maybe along your spine up to the top of your head. Okay, take one more breath like this, please. And let your breathing return to an easy, natural rhythm without you having to worry about where it's traveling to. And as you do that, check in with yourself and how that has left you feeling. Okay. So, blink open your eyes. And just as a bit of prep, before we get ready for our next position, our first kind of yin pose, tonight's practice will be centered around the heart and the upper body. So lots of poses that will target that area more specifically. And while we're in each pose, I'm going to give you a part of a metta meditation to think about. So we'll kind of go through each stage of the metta, one bit for each pose roughly, okay? And then at the end, we'll kind of put it all together. So your first pose is reclining butterfly, for which you can use your bolster, that's one option, or you can use your 2 bricks. So I'll set it up one at each end. Let's get the blanket for a pillow. So for instance, if I was practicing it with the bolster, it's going to look like this. And I'm lying down. The legs don't have to be wide. The knees could be bent. The feet could be outstretched. You're just looking for a heart opening space here. The option with the bricks, if you don't have a bolster, is to put 1 brick on its end, the other brick on its medium setting. So I'm going to turn around this way. And then you're laying down with those supporting you. So it's the same pose, just a slightly different way of getting into it. Okay. If these options feel too strong or too backbendy, then please roll up a mat and just lay that across the kind of the upper back so that you can create a more gentle heart opening position. Okay. Janet, are you all right with that? Yeah. Now I know, yeah, you know I can't hear a word you're saying, but nevertheless, I'll give you this as an option. So if you don't want such a big back bend, just roll up your blanket like that into a sausage. Let's get these out of the way. And then you can lay with that kind of roughly sort of bra strap area so that you can create a sort of gentler back bend. There's one there, but it's not quite as maybe as intense. Okay. All right. I think I can see that everybody has settled down into some sort of stillness. There will be a timer going on. I'm not going to give you the times necessarily. It's just merely for me to kind of keep us on track. So metta means loving kindness. And it's one of the four immeasurables, the Brahma Vishras, or Visharas, sorry, Visharas. And it is said that those who practice metta meditation will have their fears erased, their heart and minds calmed. They will sleep and wake more peacefully and can give and receive love more readily. So the principle of the metta meditation is that it is a wish for true happiness, not only for ourselves, but for everyone. And also to respect the life that we have already. So just for now, listen for the beat of your heart. Have an emphatic awareness. Allow for a slow, gentle rhythm to arise of its own accord. Feel the cave of the heart, the Hridaya, the spiritual heart. Notice shelter around the heart, the ribs, like the palace walls protecting the emperor. How does it feel in here right now? Is it vacuous, full, heavy, or even weighted? Is it guarded or open? Feel any holding patterns here, perhaps of isolation or grief or anxiety. And if you have those sensations, allow them to lift. Know that within you is the capacity to love. A love that transcends separation. Enjoy these last few breaths into the space around your heart. All right. Take your time. I'd like you to gently come out. Either lying, rolling onto your side, or sitting up and pushing out the way, the support, so that you can come and lay onto your back. As you rest here in this neutral rebound position, you are going to speak some words to yourself in your mind, in your head. I'd like you to, these particular lines you are going to say to yourself. So speak directly to yourself. Offer these lines with love and affection. Repeat after me. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live a life of ease. So this is the first part of the Metta meditation. We'll come back to this. We'll now take ourselves into the next pose. So gently roll to the side. And this next one is a kneeling pose. So therefore you might want your blanket for some extra padding. And you might want a brick. So you might want a brick or even your bolster. We're coming into melting heart pose. And so therefore you might want something to catch the front of your body. That might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's just an alternative. It's a very similar pose to what you have just practiced. So feel free to modify this to come back to something that works a little bit more suitably for you if you don't want to do the kneeling, for instance. Now, with this one, it's almost like a puppy dog pose. You can do it with both arms stretched forwards. The hands don't have to be near your head. They can be out wider to the sides. And you can also use one arm as a rest for your forehead. So if you've got a painful shoulder and you don't like having them stretched out long, then bring the arms underneath the forehead instead. So the pose looks like this. You're bowing yourself downwards towards the ground. You don't have to look forwards. You can rest your forehead down if you prefer. So feel free to get towards something that resembles this. We won't be here for as long as the previous pose. I will let you know that now. And an alternative could be a wide knee child's pose. So if you would rather a gentler version, please take that. Okay. Try to breathe smoothly and gently here. Breathe into the heart. Maybe work with gravity so that as you exhale now, the body gets a little bit closer to the earth. Know that it is okay to come out of this pose anytime you want to, if it has got too strong, too long to be here for you. to distract you whilst you are here, I want you now to shift your attention to someone that you love. So this could be someone that is with you. It doesn't have to be somebody who is near to you, but somebody that you love. It could even be somebody who has passed. Okay, so I don't want you to go to a difficult place with this practice. Try and keep it light. Try and keep it as kind of compassionate as possible. But pick someone that you love and envisage this person. What clothes are they wearing? See them in their normal clothes. Picture their hair, their smile. Just like you, they want to be loved. And they want to give love. It's a reciprocal thing. Hang out here for 5 more breaths, please. When you've taken 5 more breaths, please release the shape and come into a resting pose. Maybe you come and lay on your tummy. Find a shape that is absolutely neutral, where you don't have to effort, you don't have to work too hard, where your body can release and be completely neutral. And while we're here, we'll continue to think of the person that you brought to mind, that person that you love. And now you're going to speak these lines, the same lines, but you are speaking them to that person. Repeat after me in your mind. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. Send that out to this person. And then the universe will do the rest. Okay. So our next pose is laying on the front still. So you could keep the blanket, for instance, under the front of your hips. So if you feel that gives you a little bit of comfort, then keep it there. This pose is closed wing. So we are basically taking the arms across the front of the body. So if you know that laying on your front is not your most comfortable position, then you can do this laying on your back. You can also do it one arm at a time, which is my preference. So I'll give you a time check so that you can swap over and do the other arm whilst we're here. So for me, it will look a bit like this. I'm going to take one arm out to the side. So this is the shoulder that I'm working on. And then my other arm becomes almost like a pillow for my forehead to rest on. And I'm looking for a stretch of this bottom arm, so across the back of the shoulder particularly. If you want, you do both arms, which is kind of a little bit more in the center, and both arms are stretching. And at the halfway point, you will swap which arm is on top. So you'll take them round the other way so that you work both of them equally. For both, if you're doing both arms at the same time, you might want a brick to put your forehead onto. Okay, and you should just feel a mild stretch across the backs of the shoulder blades. All right, so I'll let you feel your way into that. And we'll do 2 minutes roughly for each side. So 2 minutes for one arm and then 2 minutes for the other arm now. Okay, so for this particular pose, you're now shifting your attention to somebody who is neutral in your life. This could be the person you sat opposite on the train this morning. Perhaps it's the person who walks past you every day on your street. And you nod and you say hello, but you don't know their name. You don't know anything about them. You don't know where they live or who they are. Perhaps it's someone, you know, that served you in a shop. Just the same as before, picture this person and picture yourself greeting them. All right, so hold that image in your mind for a moment and swap your arms over, please. Now, of course, remember that this is a Buddhist meditation, so we want to extend this gesture, this meditation of metta out towards everybody. So you could continue to think of the same person with the arms crossed this way, or even think of another person. Maybe you've got lots of people that pass their way through your lives, but only on the very outskirts. Remember that just like you, they want to be loved and they want to give love. Take one more breath here, please. And then gently release the arms. And again, find something completely neutral that you can rest into. Something comfortable, Right. So as you let your body rest and you lie in this completely neutral place, you're going to send loving kindness to that stranger or strangers that you thought of. Repeat after me. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. Okay. Well done, everyone. So next pose is sitting. So come up to sit. Now, there are so many props that you could choose to come into for this particular pose. We're coming into shoelace. Not a pose, actually, that we have done for ages. Isn't it interesting? Now, for this one, sometimes I sit on a brick and I'll sit with it sort of angled like this. So not flat, but slightly turned, so that I'm kind of got the corner of it maybe supporting the tailbone a little bit more. And then basically one leg goes under, the other leg goes over with the legs crossed around the sides. Some of you will find it easier to come into this from a kneeling position. Things to note: you are going to get a stretch in your outer hips. That's what this pose is designed to do. But if you are struggling in your knees, then if it's the bottom knee, then the option is to straighten the leg away. So you're doing a half shoelace. And if it's the top knee, the option is to flatten the foot onto the floor and bring the knee higher up. Okay. If neither of those work, you're sitting cross-legged. Okay, so I'll go through it again. Top knee can be up, bottom leg can be straight or cross-legged. Okay, now, so yes, we are working into the hips a little bit here. Sometimes sitting up onto something can be quite useful. I'm going to give you we'll do the pose on each side. The first one, we're going to wrap the arms. Now, you're either going to give yourself a loving hug, because you might need one, or if you want a slightly stronger practice, you can take your arms into eagle arms. But that's just your preference. That's up to you. You don't have to do either of these. You could just have your hands in your lap if you want to. I'm popping the timer on just so that we kind of stick to some kind of a schedule here. And when we swap the legs around to do the other side, we'll do something different with the arms. So because your arms are crossed a certain way, roughly halfway through this time here, I will ask you to ravel the arms the other way. Okay, so just so that you know that that's coming. All right, so sit up. Stay spacious, try not to collapse. By all means, close your eyes. And you're also very welcome to take the same breathing practice that we did at the beginning. So on the inhale, you feel your energy traveling downwards. And on the exhale, you feel it traveling upwards. Okay, so wherever your arms are at, swap the arms over, just the arms. And find a comfortable position to be in. Breathe softly and smoothly. And think about the journey that we have taken so far. We've sent loving kindness to ourselves. We've sent some to someone we love. We've sent a little bit more to somebody who is totally neutral in our lives. Okay. When we change the cross of the legs, I'm going to give you one more person to think about. Okay, so one or two more breaths. We'll take a longer rebound after we've done the second side, so no rebound now. Just gently unravel the arms and then gently unravel the legs. You might just want to give them just a gentle stretch out for the moment. Okay, and then we're coming into the other side. So take the legs, wrap them round the other way. Sometimes it's easier to come forwards onto the hands and knees to get that fold of the legs happening. And then you can sit back onto your brick if you're using one onto your foam block. Okay. This time, because the arms have been in front for the last couple of poses, this time the arms can come behind. So you can either take the arms and just clasp the forearms. You could just have the fingers onto the floor behind you and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Or some of you might like to take a reverse prayer. I'm not going to be able to do it because my wrist is really sore at the moment, but you get the idea. So if you want a slightly stronger practice that's good for your wrists, then please take a reverse namaste at the back of your body. But whatever you're doing, it's just the hands behind. So even if you're just gently clasping onto your forearms, know that that's okay. All right. So timer is on. Breathe softly and smoothly. Now, this final person is a part of the metta that you can opt in or opt out of. It is completely your call. But if it feels, therefore, if it feels right, I want you to bring your attention now to someone whom you may have closed your heart to. It could be a very small barrier that has gone up between you, or it could be a very significant barrier, and that's why you can pick and choose here. It might be a barrier that you've erected, it might be a barrier that has been mutually erected, or maybe one that they have erected. But primarily think of someone that you have closed your heart to. And if this doesn't feel right, then you simply come back to thinking about yourself. You need to send love to yourself. This is a very important part of the the Buddha's teachings, isn't it? It's to that you have to love yourself because you deserve that love just as much as everybody and anybody else does. But if you are able to picture somebody, imagine them right now and imagine them just like you. Know that just like you, they desire love and affection. Okay, so last breath here. Releasing the hands next. Releasing the legs and coming and taking a lie down. Well done. This is your rebound. This is also going to be a mini Shavasana. So our next pose will be a seated one and you'll be meditating for that bit. Okay, so this is your last chance for a lie down in this practice. If you want to put an extra layer on or your socks back on or whatever, please do. So these lines that you will repeat after me once more are either directed to yourself or to that someone you were just thinking about. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. And then let it fade. Let it dissolve. Just enjoy the ease of being still right now. Okay. So just gently bringing your awareness back from wherever you might have gone to, and try to stay within yourself. So you're kind of not coming fully out of your practice yet. And if you happen to be in a very comfortable position and you'd rather lie down for the meditation, please do so. But if you prefer to sit, and if it means something to you to be more upright for this, then what's going to happen next is we're going to do the whole of the metta meditation together at once. Okay. So for that, you can either sit up or stay lying as you are if you prefer. If you are upright, make sure that you are comfortable. Okay. So we've been through the metta in quite a lot of detail. Therefore, I'm not going to go through it in the same detail as we've done, because we don't need to. But know that if I was doing this as a standalone without all the yin poses, then we would probably spend more time bringing to mind the different people that you are sending this loving kindness out to. And yeah, know that this is something that you can do. You can repeat this as a daily practice if you like. It is important to love yourself. We know this. Just as much as it is to be able to give that love out. All right, so make sure that you're comfortable. Relax down your shoulders, close down your eyes. Let your breath come softly and gently. And if your palms are in your lap, then I would suggest you do turn your palms upwards. You can bring your finger and thumb together if you like, but just with that gesture of openness, of willing to give. Okay. Breathe softly in and out. And the person we bring to mind first is ourselves. Repeat after me. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live a life of ease. We'll repeat it twice more. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live a life of ease. One more time. You can do this on your own. You don't have to do it with me. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live a life of ease. Fill yourself up with the loving kindness that to give to yourself. Next, think of somebody you love. Picture that person. Bring their appearance, their body, their mannerisms. Think of their smile, their laugh. And send the loving kindness to them wherever they might be. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. One more time. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. Take a few easy breaths. Let that person fade from your mind's eye. Bring to mind your neutral person and either say with me or repeat after me, may you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. One more time. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. Take a few breaths. Now bring to mind the person that you had closed your heart to. And remember, the alternative is to go back to yourself. So you'd substitute the word I in there. Breathe in. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. Breathe a little bit more deeply. Allow the intentions that you have shared be sent out energetically through the ether to make its way to those people that needed to feel this loving kindness from you tonight. If you are lying down, then I would bring yourself up to sit, please, so that we can finish our practice. Welcome back. And then let's take the hands over the heart to finish tonight. And maybe close your eyes again, relax your shoulders. Breathe into your hands. As Buddha says, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserves your love and affection. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserves your love and affection. Let the palms meet, and we'll finish simply with Namaste. Okay. Well done, everybody.